I'm back again with another lazy talk today. You know, yeah. So I think I don't really know again what I'm gonna talk about, but maybe talk about like the consistency of the amount of actual outreach you have to do to actually reach out to a brand. You know, all the all the things you have to do to actually build a good relationship with them. If you reach out to 100 brands, there's a chance you don't get a single answer, right? If you're just asking for straight money, if you're asking for like $2,000 and you're like a mid-range creator, doesn't get a crazy amount of views, or isn't really too famous, you're most likely not gonna get anything, honestly. But if you go for an affiliate deal where you work based on performance, you prove yourself first, then you have a lot higher chance of getting the people to actually want to work with you after. You know, they're really gonna want to work with you after that. Most likely, not all of them are going to answer because it's just the nature of cold emailing. The people don't know you at the end of the day, bro. Even if you're offering something for free, they won't. They won't answer. Some people won't answer. Even if it's the best offer of all time, some people will not answer. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. So, focus on the number you're getting. Focus on applying yourself on, you know, the nice hook. Yeah, just do what you gotta do. Be performance focus, or try to optimize for performance in your work or in your outreach in the future. Um, try to get some revenue transparency clauses in your contracts in the future, so that way you know when you're making a brand money or not, and future deals are like 10 times easier to acquire with that. And even if the numbers aren't too sweet for you, then you know why the brands aren't happy working with you. You know what you have to work on, and then it's just an iterative process to get better at, how do you call that, creating ad integrations and, making brands money. You already did content creation. You figured that out. Like, guys, content creation is 10 times harder than actually creating just an ad integration for your viewers. There's so much competition on YouTube. There's like millions of creators, hundreds of creators in your exact same niche posting weekly videos. Guys, when you're making integrations, you're competing with yourself, because the only people that will see it is your audience, and you have insight into what your audience already wants. You know them, so they already trust you, and you can ask them what they want, guys. You ask them what they want, so you give it to them. Like, it's like asking your mom what she wants for her birthday, and you give it to her. Of course, she's gonna be happy because you gave her what she wanted, right? So she's gonna be happy. We can do the same stuff with your audience. So it's not that hard, guys. Like, carefully, carefully choose which brand you work with, so that the results are optimal. Like, your track record is perfect, because there's not an unlimited amount of videos for you to get sponsored on, right? Like, probably most YouTubers, they post once a week, right? So weekly, and it just doesn't work in terms of numbers, right? You have 4 videos, and there's hundreds of brands, thousands of brands, right? So pick whoever you work with carefully. Like, you can decide on like 5 brands. You can pick 20 brands. Maybe one of them will answer, maybe two, three, maybe five will answer. Then you work with them and you see who works your best. Like, you can do one type of product and find a one brand. You can find 20 brand for that same product that your audience wants. Then another problem that your audience wants, and you find another product. boom, that's like another 20 brands. If you find one brand for each or two for each, then that's a lot of fucking brands. And then you can jump into the affiliate commission or whatever. And there's even a chance some of the brands would just work with you initially for and give you, some brands would actually give you some a flat fee to work with you, because if you tell them, oh, you've prospected, you've looked into the other stuff, the other brands that you can work with, and you've got several other options, some of them will definitely want to have you if your numbers are really good, and especially if you already have proof of performance with the 50, or like the revenue clause that I told you to add in your future contracts, then that's even better. They're definitely gonna want to have you in there. They're probably gonna give you a couple of hundreds, maybe $1,000, $2,000, depending on how big you are to work for them. Then you figure out the affiliate structure, the affiliate deals, and then you work. You get that working. If it doesn't work over a couple of videos, it's fine, right? I'd say give it like 3 videos. If you're not getting at least okay performance by that time, then I'd say you can switch and do another product, right? Until you find something that does good. At least we want good, at least, and we can work on it to go from good to great for sure. If it's average, I don't know if I want you to do that, right? Ideally, we'd work with a brand that has really nice resonance with your audience. Like, even if we're not really good at selling yet, we're still getting decent, we're still getting good performance. So once we actually get really good at it, we actually figure out exactly what your audience wants, the actual messaging that's needed to have them convert. So what we have to tell them to buy, for them to understand that this product really helps them in their life. It really solves a problem, the problem that they told us when we asked them, right? And then yeah, and then we get good. We start printing. Your audience gets money. I mean, your audience gets a problem-solving product that's absolutely fire for them. Changes their life. And if the product is actually good, it solves their problem, then guys, they're gonna like you even more. They're gonna watch even more of your videos. Most likely, they're gonna sub, like, and whatever, right? People people don't forget when people recommend good stuff to them, and it also works the other way. People don't forget when they recommend some bad stuff to them. You know, like, it's bad. It, if a YouTuber recommends something and then people buy it, they're gonna remember that forever. Like, they're gonna remember for real. Imagine that skill, right? That's like 1,000 people that could have bought a good product from you, but they're not, right? Because you sold them on something that was bad before. But let's say we do this the opposite. We sell something that's good. Actually, we promote something that's good. Then the people buy. They realize it's actually really fucking good. And then we promote another offer, same brand but something different. Let's say we help people with low energy, right? Then we give them pills or whatever. And there's another product that we can sell, is maybe something that helps them sleep, right? Maybe something that helps with food, that allows them to have more energy through fitness, food, alimentation, stuff like that, for exercising and alimentation, right? Then they're most likely going to want to buy this because the pills that you provided or promoted were fucking fire and actually solved the problem. So you're promoting something else. Let's see that it's even something else that can solve another problem for me, or can solve the problem even further. Damn, bro, like, people are gonna want to buy that for sure. So yeah, I think that's a pretty decent video, honestly. Let me know if you have any questions. My email is in the description. As always, take care.